The dark reality of Generation Alpha.
The kids of Generation Z and Millennials, the first generation brought up by the internet. And have you ever wondered, what world will they be living in? What will their culture, the music they listen to, the content they consume, their interests and passions in life be? And where will they direct the future of humanity? Well, just by looking at Generation Z,
Oh yeah, GG's. Alpha's cooked.
and it's not looking too good. But to understand why, we need to understand
But I think with the lessons learned from Z, you can make Alpha the best. I'm not gonna lie.
who Generation Alpha will grow up
just
to be
depends.
and why they
You
will
just
be
gotta-
this
you know what I'm
way.
saying?
And trust me when I say that Generation Alpha will be unlike anything we've ever seen before.
Yeah.
Say what you want about TV, but at least kids' TV shows were, on the whole, almost always dedicated to children. Sure, SpongeBob threw in the odd joke that only parents would get, but the Bikini Bottom-based cartoon was never indecent. Today, however, kids don't really watch TV. They consume content via handheld devices. And when it comes
I thought Lil Bro had a PSP in his hand.
Today, however, kids don't really watch
up.
TV. They consume content
Bro, for some reason I thought this was a PSP, bro. I was like, hold on, Lil Bro. I ain't know bro was cultured like that. Bro just got his brains just leaking out of his ears, bro. That's how the little jits be nowadays, though, bro.
via handheld
how little
devices.
just be
And when it
nowadays.
comes to children's entertainment, YouTube Kids has more or less replaced traditional
Fantasy
TV
Ball was
networks.
hard. I'm not gonna lie, that
A
Final
staggering
Fantasy Ball was
84%
hard.
of kids in
I
the
ain't gonna
US
lie.
say
It
YouTube
was
is
hard.
the
It
main
was.
way
It
they
was.
consume video content.
I can't
with
hate.
1 in 4
I
kids
can't
spending up
hate.
to 2
You know what
hours
I'm
a day
saying?
on YouTube. So what are they
Alright,
watching?
but Gen
Well,
Alpha's
really
cooked.
disturbing content.
Nah,
it
I'm not gonna
seems.
lie.
As this Wired report noted, YouTube and YouTube Kids have really struggled to prevent young children from being exposed to inappropriate
What? Sir Bootleg content can be done. What?
content. In one video, for example, a woman with a Minnie Mouse head falls down an escalator and gets trapped in its machinery, resulting in ridiculous amounts of bloodshed. Her children, both baby Mickey and Minnie characters, are shown crying. This cartoon gained an astonishing 3 million views in just one day, and
Bruh. Oh yeah, bruh. They're done. They're done. I was about to say, bruh, because look, here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. Generation Alpha is not, like, when is Alpha over? When, like, is there a new one already? Because I feel like whichever one my kid's gonna be in, like, they're gonna be straight. Alpha shouldn't be cooked as bad as they probably are gonna be, because you should already learn those lessons. Like, hey, maybe we shouldn't do this, we shouldn't do that, but then I don't know, bro. Like, I be seeing parents, like, their kids start crying or something, and then they give them their phone, and then, like, the kid literally knows, like, how to navigate through the phone and everything, and I'm like, bro, this little jit can't even speak English, and you over here giving it a phone, bro. What are we doing here, bro? Like, I don't know, bro. My mom used to just sit me down in front of the TV, bro. I was watching Scooby-Doo, what's it called, Flintstones, SpongeBob, Fairly Odd Parents. Like, I was, you know what I'm saying? I was on Boomerang Time and Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon. Like, my kid just finna watch TV, bro. They don't gotta watch the same shows I used to watch, but you gonna sit down and watch some TV, bro. That's the most you finna get is TV and commercials and stuff. That's all you gonna watch, bro.
shockingly, this video can still be accessed even with YouTube's family-friendly
That's
restrictive
crazy.
mode enabled,
That's
and
crazy.
Wired found numerous other videos containing violence against ostensibly child-friendly characters. Wired also found age-inappropriate sexualization, Paw Patrol characters attempted to take their life, and Peppa Pig being tricked into cannibalism. As is clear to see, children are being
Okay, that's just kind of funny. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, the Peppa Pig one is kind of funny, right? Okay, the other ones are crazy. Like, Paw Patrol, like, offing themselves is wild. But Peppa Pig eating bacon is kind of funny.
drip-fed very disturbing, very creepy content, and this will have long-term consequences as Generation Alpha comes to the fore. The constant stimulation of dopamine is also
Yeah.
contributing to a rapid decline in attention.
Because I grew up watching nothing but straight TV, bruh. I didn't have we didn't even have a computer with the internet until I was in middle school. So, like, I think straight TV is perfectly fine, bruh. You know what I'm saying? I think that's perfectly fine. And look, my kid's gonna go to school, and there's gonna be other kids having their phones and everything. I'm gonna be like, you're not getting a phone, bro. Like, it's as simple as that. You're not getting no phone, little bro. You ain't getting no phone. I don't care about none of that. You know what I'm saying? I'll get you a little flip phone so you could call me if you need to call me, but that's it, bro. Who got beef with Mona Lisa? Wait, what?
Attention spans. For decades, as our lives have become more intertwined with technology, attention spans have been decreasing. This trend won't just continue, but will likely accelerate with our increased reliance on digital devices. As attention spans drop rapidly, so too will other cognitive-related capacities, like memory retention, for example. Generation Alpha is becoming Generation Goldfish, as studies clearly show that exposure to screens for excessive periods of time is associated with attention problems and memory issues. And today in the US,
we don't have those types of issues, right, Chet? Like, I mean, I do sit here for, you know, hours on end staring at a monitor and talking to random text that pops up on my screen. But I'm fine though, right?
Generation Alpha, particularly children ages 8 to 12, spend 4 to 6 hours a day watching screens, whereas teens are spending up to 9 hours on average. To put this into perspective, that's 63 hours, more than 2.5 days per week glued to screens, 10 full days in any given month, and 120 days or 4 months in any given year. And if you think Generation Z is bad with vaping, you can only imagine the culture of Generation Alpha, because these are the first...
They say they're hopeless? Bruh.
Generation Z is bad with vaping. You can only imagine the culture of Generation Alpha, because the
students are unteachable. Teachers warn that horrible parenting has rendered Gen Alpha hopeless. I'm not gonna lie, I have seen some really bad parents on the internet over the course of the internet's tenure. So I just think the good parents are the ones you don't see on the internet, and the kids that aren't, you know, Fortnite pros and consuming TikTok videos while watching a movie and playing with Legos and all this other stuff, all this constant stimulation, that's off the internet. So you're not going to see that, though. You're not going to see the good, you know? Because if you see it, then that means it's not that good, you know what I mean? So I think there are good Gen Alpha kids who don't have internet access and all that stuff, but it just looks bad because of the way the algorithm and stuff works.
Because these are the first kids that will never have played properly in their life. When a child is constantly swiping, clicking, and stimulating.
Is this a Minecraft video or is he playing Minecraft? I can't tell if he's playing it or not. Because if he's playing Minecraft and watching, was this TikTok or is this YouTube Shorts? YouTube Shorts. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy.
By flashy images and hypnotic music, they are never being free. They can't express their childhood creativity. And when people can't rationally think for themselves, when they don't have real-world experiences, and the lowest among us are bringing up our children, what
Yo, chill on my boy Nico, bro. He said the lowest among us bringing up children, bro. Yo, chill on Nico, bro. He doing better for himself, bro. Ain't he losing weight now, bro? Hold on. I gotta see what my boy on, bro. Nico Cado, yeah. Ain't he losing weight now, bro? Oh my god. Okay, he's not as big as he used to be. He's not as big. He's losing it. He's losing it a little bit. That was 2 months ago. He'd been in the lab since then, though.
Direction does this put them in? It ties in with Bonhoeffer's theory of stupidity, an intriguing hypothesis put forward by Dietrich Bonhoeffer. In short, he claims that we tend to fixate on the idea of evil, but stupidity is where the real threat lies. You see, evil, although dangerous, can be effectively countered and protected against, whereas stupidity cannot be easily mitigated. Moreover, the limited influence of the world's few truly evil individuals is largely dependent on the support and cooperation of the world's countless idiots. In his own words, one may protest against evil, it can be exposed and if need be prevented by use of force. Evil always carries within itself the germ of its own subversion. On the other hand, there is absolutely no remedy for stupidity, which is worrying when you look at IQ scores rapidly declining in the US.
Whoa. We're not getting less intelligent. I just think common sense. Never mind, bro. Yeah, bro, we are getting a little dumber, bro. I can't even try to defend us, bro. I've seen some real stupid stuff.
But maybe this isn't fair to say about Generation Alpha. After all, we're talking about children.
My little bro wearing a suit, bro. What kind of school are they going to, bro? Oh my gosh, I thought this little jet was holding like an AK or something, bro. I ain't know what this was.
Here. And they're victims of things way beyond their control. The only real winner here is those who profit from loneliness and suffering. Big tech, big pharma. OnlyFans, the people who want a generation of lonely losers, addicted to the virtual world without any connection to the real world. You see, in previous generations, we can see this general transition into these weird unnatural problems that we face today. From boomers back in the 60s to Generation Z today, there has been a growing decline in mental health, prosperity, and happiness. And at least even members of Gen Z knew a world that wasn't solely dominated by the internet, but Generation Alpha doesn't. How could it? We're talking about children who have basically from birth been raised by an iPad in their tiny little hands,
Facts.
with their parents being Reddit, 4chan, Logan Pauls, and Mr. Beast. Their entire persona is crafted by people on screens, and who knows who they're going to
Facts.
see. And when they're not online, how will they even know who they are if their entire persona is an online persona? This is
Facts.
leading to a huge rise in something we're already seeing today, internet addiction disorder, otherwise known as IAD. IAD is a product of both nature and nurture. As
How do you know if you got that, bro? How do I know if I have IAD? How do I know if I have IAD? Depression, anxiety, mood swings, loneliness, physical, sudden gain or loss of weight, eyesight problems, neck pain. Do I have IAD? Overly depend on the internet analysis. You might have IAD. Cause sleep disruption. Alright, we're good. We're good, bro. Now we're chilling, bro. We don't got that.
Millennials and Gen Z have
We're good.
babies. Some
We're good,
newborns may have a genetic
worried
predisposition
for a
towards
second.
tech addiction. Millions of millennials and Gen Zers are obviously addicted to social media today, and this will
that's not
only
me,
be
though.
passed on to
We're
their
good.
kids, but in a much grander way.
Jeez.
Because coupled with the fact that many children are
They're, like,
handed an
sucked
iPad at
into
the
the
age of
phone.
1 or 2 to silence them or make them stop crying, and you have a recipe for absolute disaster in the next generation. A completely virtual society with our
Bro,
entire
why kids be
recipe
sitting
for
like that, bro?
absolute
Like, bro, if I sat like this, bro, I'm not even gonna lie, bro. My leg isn't bending back the right way, bro. Like, I'm done, bro. My leg does this, it's not coming back to normal, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
disaster in the
That's
next generation.
crazy.
A completely virtual society with our entire dopamine system rewired. But not only are members of Generation Alpha having their consciousness completely rewired, they're also more likely to have a nihilistic view of the world. Inspired by Nietzsche,
Facts.
Nolan Gertz, the author of Nihilism and Technology, argues rather persuasively that digital advancements are amplifying a state of passive nihilism, where individuals adopt a sense of profound resignation and basically give up on life. In his own words, in everyday usage, nihilism is taken to mean something roughly equivalent to the expression "who cares." In other words, when we say that someone is a nihilist, we mean that this person is someone who does not care and someone who believes that in general no one else cares either. Which is a worrying prospect, concerning as the world calls on Generation Alpha to sit up and take action, to deal with all the issues coming their way. A potential World War III, homelessness, giant wealth inequality, they'll just respond with a nonchalant shrug of shoulders and an exacerbated sigh. Which also ties in with the concept of anomie, a term coined by the French sociologist Emile Durkheim. This condition is defined by a complete breakdown in societal standards, rendering people aimless, hopeless souls drifting somewhere between despair and docility, anguish and apathy. And to compound matters even further, research is now even showing that higher amounts of social media use predicts higher levels of grandiose narcissism. What a shock. But I shouldn't criticize Generation Alpha. This isn't really their fault. And it would be ignorant
it's not.
to not discuss
It's
the
their
parents
parents,
making
bro.
Generation Alpha. Because
Bro, this legit finna be a pro at Fortnite, bro.
to say that Generation Alpha has had a different upbringing compared to previous generation is an understatement of epic proportions. You see, the parents of today are far softer than the parents of yesteryears.
Bro, the parents are the ones that... It's their fault, bro, because this legit wouldn't even know what a phone is or what... Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's so many things that they wouldn't even know because their brains are just malleable, bro. Their brains are... Like, their brain inside is basically mashed potatoes, bro. And you can, like, shape it and form it however you want to, you know what I'm saying? And instead, you're letting the phone do that instead of you trying to do that. But then it's like, well, I have to work all day, and I come home, my kid's crying, and if I just give her the phone, she stops crying. No, you had the kid, bruh. Just take care of the kid.
According to this study, when Generation Alpha children were asked who decides which apps they download, what food they eat, what toys they buy, what video games they get, and which clothes they purchase, these children were more likely than average to state they make these choices in collaboration with their parents.
Which apps to download, food to eat, toys to buy, games they get, clothes they purchase. Yeah, I agree with this. I would also like ask my kid, "What do you want to wear?" Blah blah blah. What do you want? I would give them that choice, but I don't think this is a negative. This isn't a bad thing.
That's
This isn't
right.
what I mean.
The lunatics are running the asylum. Is it any wonder that we're seeing a rise in narcissism when little kids are treated like adults? Would you let a 3-year-old pick your next family vacation? No, of course not. But sadly though, it seems that more and more parents
No,
are
man,
actually
legit.
open to this idea. And if parents are more concerned with being friends with their kid, rather than being first and foremost strong, stable role models, then what hope is there for humanity?
Bruh.
This
You
type
can,
of
like,
parenting is
bruh,
known as
there's a
permissive.
healthy balance, bro. There's a balance to that, bro. You could be your kid's friend. Like, you could be, like, on a friend level with your kid to where, like, they want to tell you all their problems and everything. But then also be like, hey, at the end of the fucking day, I'm still your fucking parent. You're not finna get no phone or nothing like that. Like, you got to put the foot down where you can, but you still give them enough, like, leeway to make mistakes so that they can still grow from the mistakes, bro. Because you can't grow them the exact same way that you were. Because then they're going to literally just be you. You know what I mean? And you wouldn't even want another you around, you know?
Permissive parenting, and studies clearly show that absolutely nothing good comes from this approach to raising children. Children raised by permissive parents are prone to developing an inflated sense of entitlement,
Facts.
and this sense of entitlement can result in increased anxiety, a greater propensity for engaging in dishonest practices, and an unwillingness to accept constructive criticism. Permissive parenting has also been linked with the development of the aforementioned
20-year
narcissism
study.
in children, due to the fact that they learn that they will receive rewards irrespective of their actions. Consequently, these children are motivated by the pursuit of admiration and validation from others, rather than adhering to moral principles. According to several
Crazy thing is,
admiration and
this legit, bro, she probably showing up as, like, black on the screen, bro. Like, her, like, she over here doing all these, like, with the phone and shit, like, but then, like, she ain't got no lighting, bro, so that shit really looking like this for real. Like, it's really looking like it's, I can't really explain it, bro, but it's like, you know what I mean, though? Like, that's kind of crazy, bro.
from
Just thinking
others.
about it like that, 'cause she ain't got no lighting in there, bro. But she don't know that, bro.
rather than
You know what I'm
adhering to moral principles. According to several research studies, children who lack parental control exhibit lower levels of self-regulation, leading to increased aggression and behavioral
Never mind,
issues.
they do got the front flash nowadays, my fault.
Additionally, these children tend to form associations with deviant peers and engage in
Now, the
delinquent
bruh.
behavior. Moreover, they
I think the parents, we need to focus more on the parenting, bro. I think a lot of parents need to, like, they got to take, like, some sort of parenting class or something before they could really be ready to be parents. And some of them need to know when to give up. Some parents need to know when to be like, you know what? Maybe I'm not ready to have a kid. And take that little thing to, like, right? It might even in some cases, bro. It's better to even, like, have the kid be adopted or something, bro. Like, send the kid to, like, cause, bro, I've heard so many crazy stories about people's parents who, like, it's so messed up, bro, that I'm like, bro, it would have just been better off if the kid was adopted, bro. Because the parents just weren't ready to have kids.
They
It's
face greater
crazy,
challenges
bruh.
in showing respect towards others. When parents are permissive, the child doesn't just pay a price, society also pays a price, an incredibly heavy price, as entitled children become entitled and raging egotistical
haven't seen Cobra Kai
adults.
before.
On the topic of society, unless you happen to live under a rock, we all know that we are becoming more fragmented and far more tribal in nature. It's even getting to the point now where people are actually talking about a civil war in the US.
Barbara F. Walter, a political science professor at the University of California, San Diego, and author of the new book, How Civil Wars Start and How to Stop Them, has this chilling warning saying we are closer to civil war than any of us would like to believe.
Polls indicate that somewhere between 43 and 50% of Americans have said civil war feels imminent.
This isn't normal, and this is happening because we're less willing than ever to engage with
I feel like a civil war might happen low-key at the same time as World War III, bro. Either at the same time, like right after, or during it. Worst case scenario. But I think it's definitely coming around the time World War III comes out.
others who hold differing
I'm saying it
opinions.
like it's like
a
a
core
drop or
component of a
something, like-
cohesive society is tolerance, a willingness to grapple with ideas that challenge
The
one's
honest
conventional
tough
beliefs.
shit.
And by looking at Generation Z, you can just tell this won't be the case with Generation Alpha. In fact, they won't be comfortable with anything that involves removing themselves from their digital chambers. Take friendship, for example. Humans are social beings. We're wired to want friends and community. It's essential to our happiness. That's why in 1990, only 3% of Americans said they had no friends. It was so rare. But today, that number is 12% and growing. In a decade from now, it could be higher than 20%.
No friends is kind of
This ties in with the point that I discussed earlier. You see, with each generation becoming more and more reliant on tech, and the more time we spend on devices, the less time we have to actually spend on other things, like developing friendships. It is quite possible that millions of Generation Alpha kids will grow up to be adults without a single friend, not a single person to turn to in a time of crisis. Along with leading friendless lives, this will also time with leading sexless ones too. We need love and intimacy. It's one of the most core components of Maslow's hierarchy of needs. But today, 3 in 10 Generation Z males aged 18 to 28 report having had no sex in the past year, and 1 in 4 Generation Z
hold
women
on. There's nothing wrong with that. 1 in 4 Gen Z women are surprised. You see, and 2 homosexual partners has also declined in 2023 to 10. Whoa, 10% is crazy. Oh, this is a university? Oh, GG's, never mind.
Also reports having no sexual contact in the previous year. Now,
to say, bro, it's so easy to get it in college, bro. Like, literally turn a corner and then somebody's throwing their body at you.
of course, I'm not promoting promiscuity, but these are young college-age people in the prime of their lives, missing one of the most fundamental things in humans' hierarchy of needs. And this is only becoming more and more common. No one's dating, no one has friends. So what hope is there for Generation Alpha? It will be more likely that when they want to seek out romance, it will be done online, with AI boyfriends and girlfriends in the
that's a crazy jump.
metaverse. So is it any surprise? More and more young children today are developing something called virtual autism, a new condition identified by Marius Zamfir, a Romanian psychologist. Zamfir and his team discovered that children between the
Wait till South Park gets a hold of that.
the ages of 0 and 3, who spend more than 4 hours a day staring at screens, experience sensory, motor, and socio-affective deprivation. This led to the manifestation of behaviors and characteristics resembling those observed in children diagnosed with autism spectrum disorder, a debilitating development disorder that negatively affects speech, sociability, and cognitive development. And there is no cure for this, which is incredibly concerning and never seems to be talked about. That's why Generation Alpha will likely be dumber, sicker, lonelier, and more isolated than any other generation in history. I mean, Generation Z is already ridiculously anxious and depressed. Something must be done to revert this path we're going. The more and more we turn away from beliefs and traditions that serve previous generations, marriage, community, true friendships are just being replaced by artificial versions of this. Real food replaced by highly processed, nutrient-deficient frankenfoods. Outdoor activities replaced by online ones. Active lifestyles.
Okay, hold on. That does look kind of fun, though. Is this in the metaverse?
Activities.
This looks kind of fun. I'm not even gonna lie, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. If I'm VR surfing, bro, no cap, I would probably be having a little bit of fun. I'm not even gonna lie.
Replaced by online ones. Active lifestyles traded for sedentary ones. Real world romance replaced by OnlyFans and a box of Kleenex tissues. The influence of family members and
Bruh. Forget the Kleenex, bruh. Real niggas just, you know what I'm saying, lick that bitch up and spit it out into the sink.
friends replaced by the influence of influencers. It seems like we're going down the path of Aldous Huxley's Brave New World, in which society is characterized by advanced technology, where people find themselves heavily conditioned and engineered to behave in very specific ways, to passively consume and never question, mindless cogs in a monstrous merciless machine. The excessive stimulation of our brains is occurring due to the fierce competition amongst ruthless corporations to capture and control our attention, and in the next decade or so, we will see the true consequences of this.
As long as you see how much technology addition is affecting parents, yes. Set boundaries, yes. Because that's all I think. Yes, I agree. X. I agree with that. Scratch my cousin's kid, 13-year-old iPad kid, and the show that makes me nervous. And mom gave him an Oculus for Christmas. He plays for hours every day. No games. When the family get together, we often pass time playing a game in my collection, but his reading comprehension skills are so shockingly low. I not understand what is going on. And bro, get that kid on some single-player games, bro, so he can learn how to solve some puzzles. And most Gen Alpha kids will realize how garbage their entertainment really is when they grow up. I honestly believe that. Hopefully the Gen Alpha kids grow up and then, like, they decide, hey, maybe my kid shouldn't be a fucking iPad kid like I was. You know what I mean? Why consoles are going extinct? Bruh, chill out. Consoles are not going extinct, nigga. That Xbox is just shitty, bruh. That's all that is. Xbox just made a bad decision with this fucking Series X, my nigga. Chill out. Moral of the story, don't let the internet read your kid. Exactly. That's a fact. Okay. All right. Wait.